I'm telling you. Okay. 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 We shouldn't be here long. We just vote. Uh huh. In committees and stuff. Right. We gotta keep it moving. Girl, I've been busy. I've been, oh, girl. It was off the chain. They have Chris Martin's son videotape. You know, he got his business. I think so. You can buy a tape. It was good. He came out of Luke, and he came out of Luke, and it was good. You know, every time you hear those narratives, those parables, somebody can take it to a different level. And girl, I'm just full, and I'm good, and I am good. Girl, we didn't get out of here until almost 9 o'clock. Um, Joyce, for academic, do I have to have a? Oh, no action, no script.
Yeah, Pam, she don't have no script tonight.
Oh, it's just okay, cool.
So this action, we should be out here in
We
30 minutes.
should. We should be out of here.
Is that Chris down there? Chris? Chris?
There already.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call the Flint Board of Education regular board meeting to order at 6:31 p.m. Board members, as I call your name, please say present for the record. Trustee King?
Present.
Treasurer Luna? Absent. Trustee Relaford?
Present.
Vice President McIntyre? Present. Assistant Secretary Treasury Booth?
Present.
Secretary Perkins? Absent. Myself? Present. 5 present, who absent. I now call upon Linda Booth to read the district mission statement and the first statement in the standard practice.
Oh, Lord.
First page behind that. Sorry, put you out there.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening. In order to provide outstanding leadership and better
Excuse me,
serve
point of
the,
information. Read the mission statement.
oh,
first.
just, you don't want me to
You read the mission statement. That's right, you just got here. Mission statement, sure, Laura. Thanks.
Okay. District mission statement. It is the mission of the Flint School District to develop a community of learners who are prepared to live, work, and contribute in an ever-changing society. Flint Board of Education standard of practice. In order to provide outstanding leadership and better serve the Flint community schools, we, the members of the Flint Board of Education, commit to the following standards of practice. We will be, number one, we will be consistent in our dealing with each other as well as our students, staff, and community.
Number 2, we will model trustworthiness and honesty in our relationships with each other, with our superintendent, and with our constituents.
Number 3, we will focus on common goal of providing the best education possible for the students in the Flint community schools.
Number 4, we will respect the diverse views that each of us bring to the organization, as well as the view of others that we interact with as we carry out the business of the Board of Education.
We will be open and authentic with each other, our staff, and community.
Number 6, as we work to make decisions, we will focus on issues, not personalities.
Number 7, our decisions will be student-centered and based on objective facts.
Number 8, we will practice good listening skills to better understand our fellow Board of Education members and constituents. I seek a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the March 6, 2025 special board meeting, the March 12, 2025 board committee of the whole meeting, and the March 26, 2025 regular board meeting.
Support.
Are there any corrections? Seeing none, the motion to approve the minutes from the March the 6th, the 12th, and the 26th regular board meeting will be conducted by a roll call vote. Board members, I call your name, say yes or no. Secretary Perkins? Yes. Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre? Yes. Trustee Relaford?
Yes.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Treasurer Luna is absent, and myself, yes. 6 yes, 1 absent. So why not? Are we doing a presentation before? Public speaking? Okay, at this time, we got to do public speaking.
Yes,
At this, we doing public speaking? Yeah. I know what to do. Excuse me, you're not coming next. If we're gonna do public speaking, and then we'll call you up.
Who did that?
I think that you should always do public speaking first. Yeah, that shouldn't be before that. Is there anybody from the board would like to speak? Before coming up, the board will not hear from the public. We ask that you state the reason for addressing the board and that you limit your remarks to 3 minutes on the matter with the authority of the board and not address individuals by name. The presiding officer of the board shall have the right to limit the number of persons who may address the board on the same subject. Please state your name before beginning to speak. If there's anyone from the public who wishes to speak, please come forth. If there's anyone from the public, please come forth. I always do a second repeat. I don't rush nobody. Excuse me. Right here. Go down right here. Excuse me. Come.
This podium, sweetheart, right here on the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, proceed.
Hello. Hello, my name is Nazari Irby, and first, I would like to thank the Greater Flint African American Sports Hall of Fame for the scholarship that I received, and I would like to thank the Flint Community Schools and Flint Board for helping me progress in my future.
Oh, wow, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
can I address
Excuse
you?
me.
I asked you a question. Just asked a question, that's all. Go ahead, sorry.
Let me chair for a minute.
Just
I
why I
think it's
asked you a
such
question.
if you guys would respect me as the chair, I think this is such a special moment that I'm allow boards to show their appreciation. Someone wants to take picture, you can come up on the stage, and this is a privilege, okay? So you can come up on the stage, meet the board, they got things to say to you. If it's okay with the board, can we have a few minutes for this?
Yeah, we take a picture right quick.
Okay, all right, proceed.
Is your mom here? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask,
No,
but
her parents are not here.
her mom was here? I thought her
She
mom
got
was
a
here.
mouth, she can say whether she here or not, yeah. Come on.
What her mother texted me.
So if you could, right before we take this picture,
Is
can
it
you
teachers?
explain a little bit
Yeah.
about
Give her
your scholarship and what that means for you?
The scholarship that I received, it was a $2,000.
Speak a little louder.
It was a $2,000 scholarship for sports and academics.
And so how did Flint Community Schools help you?
By letting me return back to school.
Absolutely. And what grade are you in?
12.
You're in the 12th. All right, you're graduating this year.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, what's your name again?
Nazari Irby.
All right, let's give her a hand, everybody.
Right.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
I take the mic. We don't want you to drop the mic. Ms. Chandra, is that you? Why don't you come up as a leader of?
Support, yeah, she needs some support up here. Anybody that has any involvement, come up and show some support.
Father's here. You have a student here that received some scholarships.
But you said she couldn't come. Jesus Christ.
Make sure we recognize our kiddo. I knew I saw it.
Thank you, everyone. Anyone else have any comments, would like to speak? Seeing no further comment, at this time, I would like to ask Clark Construction to join us on stage for the renovation update.
Thank you, Board, Superintendent Jones, for allowing me this opportunity to come and share with you the progress we're making on the CUBE project up on the North Flint campus expansion. You know, we've come a long way since January, the last time I was here. So what you'll see now is the masonry has been completed, the steel structure is completed, the roof has been installed, and roofing is in there. We also have the curtain wall system. All the framework is in, framing is in now. We're starting glazing. So, and all the interior concrete has been poured. So the photos I'm going to take you through, you'll see the progress. I have a pointer in case we want to point. I just don't want to hit you in the eyes or anything with it. But
No problem.
but we'll move on from there. So. This is just a reminder, so this is the track, so it's 8-lane competitive track, a football field in the middle. There's 4 basketball/pickleball courts. So right now, as of mid-May, weather permitting, we're going to get in there. We're going to put the athletic surface on the track and on the basketball courts. We're going to topsoil and seed the football field, so that's just natural grass. Then there's some miscellaneous landscaping that goes around the 2 playgrounds on the south side of Brunel. The next one, here we go. So this is just the floor plan. The one on the left is the first floor of the cube. The one on the right, the smaller one, that's the second floor of the cube. So I got that there in case, as we're looking at it, you want to know where it is in relationship to the floor plan. I can flip back and show you. So what we'll do is I'm gonna take you around the outside. So there is, we'll start, oh, it's not even gonna work. We'll start, it'll be on the east side, so on the right side of the floor plan, then we'll work our way counterclockwise around, and you'll see the photos. So these photos were taken last Thursday. So that first one on the left is standing further away. One thing I want to point out, if you look to the left, you can barely see it, and I apologize, I didn't think to get it in there, but we've got the new fascia and coping on the face of Brunel, so the teal, you can see that there. And then you can see the framework starting for the curtain wall. The rooftop unit has been set in place. The next photo on the right is kind of the north elevation, so where you see the green, that is the main front entrance to the cube. That's a little canopy over that, and there's a door. Excuse me, there's a door there. The next photo, the one on the left, is just another angle of the front of the main entrance, along with the overhang, and that faces out towards Oxley. And then the next picture to the right is the same view looking at the elevation towards Oxley. So right now, as I said, the roofing has been completed, the rooftop unit, so that's for heating and cooling, moving air in the space, that's been done. The curtain wall framing is installed, and the next 30 days, we'll be installing glazing. The stone masonry that goes around the lower part of the outside of the building, we'll begin installing that. And then there's framing on the column, so you can see kind of on that overhang, there's a white column that goes up. There's framing and there's steel metal panels that go on that, so we're starting that as well. The next photo, so this is the one on the left, is the connector. That is standing at the cube looking towards Brunel. Right now, the work completed, the rough-in mechanical is complete, or MEP is complete. Windows have been installed in that connector. The floor, the concrete floor is in. Of course, there's flooring that comes on. So right now, the next steps in that area, we've got to install a couple exterior doors. And then there's block fill and painting internal that'll be going on in the next 30 days, along with framing out the hard lid and the lay-in ceilings. And then, of course, we have inspections throughout this process, and we got inspections planned in the next 30 days. The next two photos, the one in the middle and the one on the right, is the gross motor room. So Right now, the MEP rough-in is complete, so that's the duct work, the hydronic piping, all that stuff is complete, the electrical. We got some windows that'll be put in that in the next month, along with the same block filling and painting, ceilings and inspections in that area. The next photos, this is the first floor standing by the connector looking out towards the cube. So there's not a lot of, in this picture, it's just amazing. I was just over there this afternoon where we've come between that picture on Thursday and where we are today. So right now, they started some rough-ins there, mechanical rough-in. You can see the fire sprinkler lines in there. But right now, we've also got where the bathrooms are and the offices are starting to frame. So that's the photo on the right is standing in front of the elevator shaft, looking at the same area. Then the next one, this one is actually looking, so this is out by the wall, the front that faces Oxley, looking back towards the internal part of the building. So that's just kind of another angle of where we're at with that. So in the next 30 days, we got MEP rough-in going in, we've got restroom framing, plumbing and that for the restroom. We have the offices that'll be framed out. We have the mechanical room that's ongoing now, and then, once again, inspections. When we move now to the second floor, so this is standing out at that same elevation that's out by Oxley, looking towards the building. So what you're seeing in the left is the framing for what would be the storage room in the medium flex space. The one on the right is the same, looking just at a different angle at the same space. The next photos, this is photos of the small flex spaces. So here you can see framing's completed. We've got drywall going in. And like I said, that was as of Thursday. So concrete floors are all done. The wall framing on the second floor is, we just have some knee walls put around the perimeter that's all that's left for framing in that area. So we have rough-in that'll be wrapped up in the next couple weeks, and we're gonna start boarding, putting drywall on the walls. Then the final photos we have here, this is just on the second floor. The first photo on the left is looking towards what will be the small restroom on the second floor. So we'll have MEP rough-in going in there, and then we'll be boarding the walls. And then the next picture on the right is actually standing at the bathroom looking out. That's where the little kitchenette on the second floor will be. So that's in a nutshell where we're at right now. There's a lot going on. In fact, today we had about 44 people on site working in two floors, 5,000 square foot per floor. We had 42 people on site working today. So we're making great progress. We're on schedule. Another side note that I want to just let you guys know, we're working right now with the principals at both Brownell and Holmes to set up an opportunity for the students to see what they're learning in their classroom, how it applies in what we do every day. So we're working on that in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're trying to set up a day where we can take a half a day with Brownell students and give them a little lesson and tour and just talk about what we do every day. And then the afternoon or morning, however it works, would be the home students as well. And that would be not only our team and the trade partners out there, but also the engineers. So from Stantec, the engineering and the architects will be here as well to share what they do. So it's an opportunity for the students to see how what they're learning is applied, and also just see opportunities for career paths if they choose. So that's in a nutshell where we're at. Is there any questions that anyone has?
Let me get them. Do you want to
Sure.
shoot? McIntyre, then, and no one on that side, okay.
Thank you for the continued updates. It's really appreciated, and it's nice to see, even the small steps moving forward, and we have a lot of progress. So you said that we're on track, that we're on schedule,
Yes.
and that in the next 3 days, there's going to be inspections? So
In the
today's
next 30 days, we'll have
30.
Yes,
okay,
I'm sorry, yes.
okay.
In the next 30
I
days, we'll
heard-
have
okay.
mechanical, electrical rough-in inspections. We'll have the the state building inspector will be out next Thursday.
Okay.
So yeah, we schedule these things throughout the process, and that's just some of the stuff, progress as we're moving along.
Okay, all right, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I misheard you, and so I
That's
was
okay.
like, what do you mean 3 days? And, yeah. And that's all taken care of? Is there anything that you need from the board, or?
Right now, no, I just
Okay.
wanted to, I'm just happy to be able to share the progress. It's been a couple months, and, we've come a long way just in
Yes.
the last, little over 60 days since our last presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. This cube will house, how will, let's see, the question I want to ask is, what is the largest capacity room that this place will hold?
The largest
This,
room,
this center will hold.
I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head right now. Mr. Jones
I
does.
do.
Let me go back to the floor plan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So with tables in those rooms, so at each level, you can get about 50 people on each level with all the tables and chairs. Without the tables and chairs, the capacity of the cube is 260.
Oh, okay.
260, but that also includes the office space and the little rooms as well, all right?
Yes.
So at any given time, if you had a meeting where it's folks just standing up, you can get more in the room, but if there's tables, you're limited. But it's a 5,000 square foot building.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many restrooms? Do you know?
One upstairs and one down.
So you have one restroom upstairs, it's a single restroom.
Okay.
And then downstairs, there's what we call like a gang bathroom. So there's, I think, 3 toilets in each, or two toilets and a urinal and 3 toilets, I believe. I can't really see it, but I believe that's what it's showing.
Okay. And what does MEP stand for?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's mechanical, electrical, and plumbing.
Oh,
I should have
okay.
said that early on, I apologize.
Trustee Perkins?
Thank you.
Just wanted to commend you on the work that you all are doing, because Trustee Booz and I were over there the other day, and we saw you hard at it. And it was a good sight to see. And the
thank you.
work is tremendous, so I just wanted to take my hat off to you.
Thank you.
Yes, Trustee Reliquor?
Okay, I did almost take your thunder, huh?
You almost.
Almost.
That's why I wanted you to wait.
Good. Far as the windows, are they shatterproof? Those are the ones that's shatterproof now that you've installed?
So they are not shatterproof. I mean, if you throw a stone at them, they're not gonna break out.
Okay.
But they're not, if a bullet goes through it, it's gonna go through it. But it's
Okay.
not gonna, they're not gonna shatter. It's gonna spider and just like a car window, so to speak. It will,
Oh, okay.
right, it'll crack and, yeah.
Okay, as it relates to the students, this is just shame on me. Are they gonna have hard hats and the belts? They get to put those on?
For when.
The kids, when the kids do the tour with the
activity.
workers? So
That's part of what I need to work out over the next few weeks is how we can do this. It all depends on numbers. I don't have a ton of hard hats, and that's why I'll be talking with the building inspector next week to see how we can manage this opportunity. And they're usually pretty flexible. That's how way back when with Doyle, we got a temp for a day so that the students could come in. So we got a temp occupancy for a day. We just had to do certain things. And if that's what we do
Okay,
in order to get the students in there and maintain safety for them, that's what we'll do.
awesome. I would love to see the pictures of that. I was gonna try to see if I could come, because I wanna wear a belt and a hat. So that's why I said it was personal. But good job, thank you so much.
Yep, I just this is not necessarily for you, Dan, but more for our team to think about and align with the principals, is to try and make sure that the day you use is a day that you can get the 6th graders across the district that's coming to homes and their families to be able to see the campus themselves. So try to align that. I know that's going to take some busing. Yes, sir. but I would like to align that so that the families that are thinking about, you know, going over or coming over to homes and trying to make decisions, that they can see what's there. So I just wanted to
Absolutely.
say that out loud so that we can kind of get that moving. And however we can support with that, just Ms. Fields, let me know, because I'll help with making sure that that happens. That's all I wanted to say. It's bigger than just
It is, I understand
who's
that.
already there,
Yes,
right?
Yes,
We want
sir.
to think about who's not there and who's coming over there to our sixth, seventh, and eighth grade at homes. So I want to make sure that we capture those students. And the
absolutely.
students that are leaving Nethercutt at sixth grade, going to middle school. We want to capture those moments so they can see where, you know, what the future
Mm-hmm.
holds for them. Okay?
Yes, sir, I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes, good job.
Dan the man.
Great job.
I now call upon Superintendent Jones to present action items to the board.
Right, thank you. I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 1.8 Personnel Recommendations.
So moved.
Support.
It has been properly moved and second. Is there any discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve Resolution 1.8 personnel recommendation will be conducted by a roll call vote. As I call your name, please say yes or no to approve the motion. Secretary Perkins?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
No.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Treasurer Luna, absent, and myself, yes. 5 yes, 1 absent, and 1 no.
I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 1.9, approval to accept the letter of agreement for Chanda Forward and school counselor duties.
So moved.
It has been properly moved and second. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I just wanted to just repeat what I stated. Having over 300 students on a caseload for one person, someone's not going to be served. So I'm just not in support of one person doing all of this. That's too much of a lift and an ask for one person. And especially in high school, you have college entry and letters and scholarships. It's a lot going on, and I just want our students to receive the best support that they can, and I just think that's too much for one person. That's it. Thank you.
Is there any more discussions? Yes, trustee.
Yes, I am in support of it. It's not the most ideal for our students, that is true, but it's, you know, in accordance with, you know, an agreement with our teachers. It's the best we can do with the shortages that we have. We are certainly working to make sure that we have more staff, more certified teachers. It's an ongoing struggle, and this is just part of that struggle. And so I agree with Trustee Relaford that I would, you know, our students deserve and need more and better services. You know, this is, our hands are tied, what with, you know, is coming down from us from the federal government, from the state, from the Department of Education. And so we're up here doing our best to patch and piecemeal what we can to provide for our students, because our students deserve it.
Any more discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve resolution 1.9, approval to accept the letter of agreement for Chanda Forward and school counselor duties will be conducted by a roll call vote. Secretary Perkins, yes or no? Trustee Booth,
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre,
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford,
No.
Trustee King,
Yes.
Treasurer Luna is absent, and myself a yes. We got 5 yes, 1 absent, and 1 no.
I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 1.10, authorization to approve the educational professional service agreement with Teach for America Professional Service Agreement.
So moved.
Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I'm in full support of this. I think that everyone that can should take advantage of it. I think this is definitely a positive adjustment for Flint Community Schools. I like everything that's entailed. I really encourage a lot of individuals that are not certified to look into the funding that's attached with this. It's more than just a certification, but it's hard. This is definitely not an easy fix, but you definitely have to put in the work, and I think we would definitely receive a lot of certified teachers that are definitely professionals on top of it. So I'm definitely in support of the Teach of America agreement, definitely in support of this.
Is there any more discussions? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve Resolution 1.10, authorization to approve the Education and Professional Service Agreement with Teach for America. Professional Service Agreement will be conducted by roll call vote. Board members say yes or no. Secretary Perkins?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
Yes.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Treasurer Loon is absent, and myself, yes. 6 yes, 1 absent.
I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 11.6, authorization to purchase food service point-of-sale units. Excuse me.
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? Seeing no further discussion, a motion to approve Resolution 11.6, authorization to purchase food service point-of-sale unit conducted by a roll call vote. Board members, I call your name, please say yes or no. Secretary Perkins?
Yes.
Treasurer Loon is absent. Trustee King?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
And myself a yes. Perkins, did I call you? Yes. So we have 6 yes, 1 absent. Proceed, Mr. Jones.
Yes, ma'am. I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 21.15, authorization to extend school bus transportation service agreement for student.
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve Resolution 21.115, authorization to extend school bus transportation service agreement for student will be conducted by a roll call vote. As I call your name, please say yes or no to approve the motion. Secretary Perkins?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
Yes.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Treasurer Luna absent, myself a yes. 6 yes, 1 absent.
Sorry, Board President. I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 21.16, authorization to extend school safety advocate services.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thanks, Linda. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve Resolution 21.16, authorization to extend school safety advocate service, will be conducted by a roll call vote. As I call your name, please say yes or no. Treasurer Luna is absent. Trustee King?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Trustee Perkins?
Yes.
And myself, yes. 6 yes, 1 absent.
I seek a motion and a second from the board to approve Resolution 25.2, authorization to purchase tutoring services.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
make a motion to approve action item 25.2.
Support.
Is there any discussions? Seeing no further discussion, the motion to approve Resolution 25.2, authorization to purchase tutoring service, will be conducted by a roll call vote. As I call your name, please say yes or no. Secretary Perkins?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
No.
Trustee Rutherford?
Yes.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Treasurer Loon is absent, and myself, yes. We have 5 yes, 1 absent, and 1 no.
Okay, board members, the next item, the 21.17, it doesn't need to be an action item, but the item after it will need to be an action item, so I'll just want to explain this. The staff appreciation is coming up. We normally try to just say it's a surprise, and here it is, but that is under the threshold that needs to come to the Board of Education, but I know you all support making sure that staff get lunch, and we want to make sure we do that again this year. So staff appreciation is coming up the first week of May, and I just wanted to make sure that we did have conversation if you wanted to say something to staff or about lunching to staff that we want to present to each building this year. And then I'll go into the next conversation about the master contract after we speak, if you want to speak on the staff appreciation.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
what's going to be served? Please
So-
don't say pizza.
No, so.
I had to put that on the record.
So, as we did they had a meal last year, they had pasta, they had, some other things, but that's going to be something that's going to need to be discussed with the principals and our academic department, and then we'll make a decision from there.
So no pizza.
No, we don't give them pizza
No
on
hot
this.
dogs neither.
I don't think we've given them pizza. Have we given them pizza on staff appreciate it? No, I don't think we've given them pizza.
Okay.
No, they wouldn't stand for pizza. I don't think they would stand for pizza. But
Okay.
they'd appreciate it.
All right, thank you. No further questions from Melody. I'm in support.
Yeah. So the next item is in your packet as information. However, I did send you information on this, and I am seeking a motion from one of our board members
Madam Chair?
to. Yeah, so it seems like it's gonna be Mr. King, but I'm seeking for one of our board members to make a motion to approve our master contract for Congress of Flint School Administrators, our principals, assistant principals, and school improvement chairs.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
make a motion to approve item 22.4.
Support.
Who supported?
Melody. Trustee Rutherford.
Okay, thank you. It's been properly moved and supported. Is there, are we doing a motion on this?
They just did.
Okay, you did. It's been properly moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing there's no discussion, we will conduct a roll call vote. Trustee Perkins?
Yes.
Trustee Booth?
Yes.
Vice President McIntyre?
Yes.
Trustee King?
Yes.
Trustee Rutherford?
No.
And myself is a yes. We have 5 yes, 1 no, and 1 absent.
Board President, man.
Yes, sir.
So those administrators that are here, if you would just stand, please, and be recognized, led by our Eisenhower principal, Mr. Eddie Thomas, and Vice President, Mr. O, and all of our administrators that are here. We just want to thank you for all of your hard work and your efforts, and we thank you for the work that we did in our negotiations, and we were able to negotiate in a fair and equitable way. So thank you for all of your support, and thank you for working with us to do what's best for children. So I just wanted to give you guys some kudos. Thank you, Board President.
Thank you.
For interrupting your meeting.
Oh, no, that was worthwhile, and it was a long time coming. Board members, in your package is VARTech monthly update for March. Do any board member have any questions? Seeing no further question, The Board of Education will hold its next meeting on Wednesday, May the 14th.
Remarks.
I'm going to do that if you let me do it this way. For May the 14th, 2025 at 6:30 at ALA. Now we will have remarks. Okay. The next board meeting will be held next Wednesday, May the 14th at 6:30 at ALA. Now we will have comments and remarks from the board.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Sounds like Nethercutt is a big issue. And I wanted to be on the record, as Channel 12 stated, October of 2023, this board decided that Nethercutt would be repurposed because we are in a deficit, and we all as a board agreed to repurpose Nethercutt in 2023. And it was also stated that community forums will be scheduled for the family so they can know about the transition. And it seems like this year, a couple of those forums were canceled due to the weather. And so it kind of, I was kind of confused as all of a suddenness that this just came up, but this was October of 2023, and it is now April of 2025. I'm not sure what the communication breakdown occurred, but however, these board meetings are recorded. We also have minutes, and they are made available to the public. So for me to hear that there's some confusion, I'm confused, because we understand that it may not be what individuals need to hear, but however, we as a board, we have to downsize to meet what our budget can meet. We all understand that there has been a drastic decrease in enrollment, and therefore it's not feasible for us to carry all these buildings opened. And to travel less than 3 miles to another school, that also shows you that we have several schools in less than a 10-mile radius, and we would not be doing this district justice if we continue to operate when we know that we do not have the revenue to maintain that. Let me apologize to anyone that received some misinformation that the building was going to remain open. It's going to be repurposed. This is the last year of Nethercutt as Nethercutt, but it will be repurposed. This entire board voted to repurpose it in October of 2023. I just really want to definitely say that. And the building is only at 63% capacity. So those families will have an opportunity to transition over to Freeman, which is less than 3 miles. As a matter of fact, it says 2.5 miles away. So as a board, we have to make the tough decisions, and that's why you all elected us to make the tough decisions, and we're going to stand by the decisions that we make. We are definitely here to make sure the transition is as smooth as possible, and we also ask you, be honest with us, have a conversation. If you need more support than what's been given, please, by all means, ask for it. Thank you.
Is there any more comments from the board?
Yep, I would just like to say openly, as the superintendent of Flint Community Schools, I charge our staff at Nethercutt to ensure that you are positively supporting
And support staff.
the district's vision, and support staff and partners, that you're positively supporting. Sometimes we hurt ourselves with transitions, and we add emotional issues that should not be there, that we're feeling about transition. We give that off to children. So I say this openly on purpose, so that the community understands that we're charging our staff as well as ourselves to make this as smooth as possible for our families. So I speak openly to charge all of our staff, our principal, and our partners to ensure that we're giving a positive front to this work so that our scholars can have a smooth transition over to Freeman Elementary School. So I just wanted to make sure that I stated that, Board President, so thank you.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to thank the people that was at Nethercutt last night. I appreciate the work that the staff put in comforting those parents. There's still some questions out there that you might have concerns about. Superintendent Jones is available. They made themselves available. We're still getting emails and things like that. I recommend that I just send them over there to the staff because they have a process of how they're going to do that. And that's just like with anything, that placement, some of those kids home from kindergarten. And so it's a lot of sensitivity there, but I think you guys did a great job answering their questions. I really was impressed about it. The board, I think we had 4 board members there, Trustee King, Perkins, and Linda Booz, and I think that was a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no further comments from the board, this board is adjourned at 7:17. Yeah, it's been a long week.